Give it up for Ty Lewis. Woo! Sorry. Now who the fuck was on that phone? Is it you? You?
Your girlfriend.
Oh, that's not my girlfriend. Welcome. It's cool. I can say that. It's really not. It'd be weird if she was, but she's not, I swear. Welcome to the show. As other comedians have talked about, it is slippery outside. I know, because I walked outside at some point on my way here, and hashtag sliding in her DMs. Am I right? Like, whoa, it's slick out there. If you haven't already noticed, I am a black comedian. And that comes with some territory. There's some things I need to get out of the way. Like, as a black comedian, I want to change how you feel about black people through my comedy. Whether it's good or bad, I just want to make it the opposite. It's really hard to be. It's weird to be a black person in this town, especially because there's a lot of white people. I don't have a lot of support. So when I say things like, "Oh, black and white people are different," mostly they agree. Everyone's like, yes, so fast they agree. But we're very different. Black and white people are different. I'll give you an example. Black people, we eat like this. Nigga, that chicken is good. While white people eat like this. Nigga, that chicken is good. Nigga! Oh, nigga, that chicken is good. Woo, nigga! Jamal, what are you doing here? Oh my God. I was singing a rap song. I didn't know. I have more chicken. Like, But it's tough being a black person when there's not a lot of black people, especially because you're representing all black people. Every time I leave the house, I'm representing all black people. Right now, as far as you guys are concerned, all black people do comedy. Fact. But it's really scary. Like I was outside, and on the way here, I was like about to slip. I was like, I can't fall, because if I fall, all black people had terrible balance. White people staring at me like, oh, that's what they call it, black ice. I didn't know. But like when people say, like when white guys say things to me like, I know it's hard being a white guy, you know. I'm a white guy. I went to a mostly black high school, and they were pretty mean to me. And normally I reply with, yeah, I go to a mostly white country, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Do they keep trying to touch your hair? Don't let them. Right? That's how they win. It's their way of taming us. You gotta stay wild, pony boy. I call all white guys pony boys. Is that weird? Can I not do that? I read that book in high school, and I just assumed all white guys were pony boy. Because reverse racism. That's right. It's Black History Month, for crying out loud. I'm gonna take one for the team here. I'm gonna bring that over. We'll have that. You guys are all pony boy. We all like chicken. It's fine. Like, we can trade off. Recently, I went to Tennessee over the last break, and it was a fun trip. But on the way there, we stop outside of the small town, and I go in like to buy stuff, and I give the guy my debit card, and they don't have like a machine, like they don't take debit card, and it's very strange to go from having money to having no money. Like I felt the true struggle of like poor people for a second, and then I immediately got angry. I got really defensive, like, money. Look, all right, I have money, I swear. Look, I'll go, Jay. Like, what's happening? Is this like the 18th century? Am I gonna have to be a slave again? I'll go Jay all up in this bitch. I don't care. It'll get real. So I just took the stuff because I had it, right? I have it. It's like fine. I just won't spend that money for a while. I'll just put $8 in my savings account. Just let this sit there for a while. But it was weird. So I just, that experience made me think, like, because I don't carry cash around, and we live in a society where it's like, oh, it's kind of, no one really has cash. And it made me realize I'll never be able to live, you know, my 90s cash dreams, you know? I could never make it rain at a strip club. It's not something I can do. I guess I can make it rain like debit cards. Which one of these accounts has money on it? Surprise, none of them. I'm leaving now. Check. Can I get the check? Can I get the check? The check. The check. Can I get the check? Alright, screw it. I'm just taking my leave. I just put it in my savings account. Don't do it. Just take my debit card, damn it. Alright, I'm done. You guys, someone said something about Ebola earlier. And the fact that you can say Ebola on stage, like in a public place now, means that it's over. It's past. Ebola is past. There was a point in our history of this country where someone said Ebola, they had Ebola on a plane jokingly, and they shut the plane down. Like it was like, no, this plane's not taking off. But to be fair, planes are like the least conducive places for joking of anywhere on the planet. Like if you were on a plane and I was like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your in-flight comedian Aziz Ansari, you'd be like, I know he's Indian, but that's like close, right? I'm a comedian. I know when to joke and when not to joke, all right? Like, for example, if I cut myself on stage and I start bleeding, you come up and start helping me, I'm like, ha ha, I have AIDS. That's not funny. That's what? If you hire me to babysit, you drop your kids off at my house, I'm like, come on in, kids, let's go listen to Thriller. We get on the elevator. The doors closed. I'm like, I went to the Ray Rice School of Elevator Riding. Now we gotta fight, which isn't good for me. I don't know how to get punched in the face. That's the hard part. Like, how do they train for, like, I'd be like super strong. Like, yeah, I'm ready to fight this guy. Punch me one time, wait a minute, time out. What? What was it? We didn't talk about that part at the training. What happened? Like, how do they train for that? Like, what did Mr. Miyagi teach Daniel? Like, all right, Daniel-san, for this next training, I'm gonna have you clean my ceiling fan, but I'm not gonna turn it off. All right? I wonder if there was, like, after that movie came out, if there were just dudes just going into dojos just cleaning. It's like, I got it. I could just, like, I'm self-taught. I'll just do it myself. Right? Like this is a good technique. I don't know, I saw the movie, it's fun. How long can you do it? You do it just long enough till it's funny again, then you stop. I wonder what, like, I'll be able to trick young white kids into doing when I'm an old, wise black man. So, all right, kids, gather around. Today we're gonna learn how to dance, all right? Now, first things first, do my laundry, because if you want to dance funky fresh, first you gotta be fresh, all right? It's a hardcore school. Earlier I went to the bathroom, while, you know, between sets, and I was in there, and as I was leaving, I was like washing my hands, and there's a guy who left and he didn't wash his hands, which is always unsettling for me. Because it's like, come on, dude, we all gotta do it. Just go through the motions and get out of here. And washing your hands is like wearing a condom, you know? You just do it. But if you're at your house, you don't have to, but you're at your house. So I'm not gonna touch anyone later, I'm gonna just do it before I leave. I don't know. Just throw a condom on before I leave, it'll be fine. This is really fun. Are you guys having a good time? Yeah. That's great. I'm really excited for this show. I've been having a fun time. Sarah, have you been having a fun time? Sarah, who's now my girlfriend. Ladies. I have a grandma. I almost said I had a grandma, which would have been a different joke. I have a grandma, and she used to be really religious when I was a kid. And she probably still is. It would be weird if she stopped now. Now is the worst time to stop. You're almost there. But But she used to be really religious when I was a kid, and whenever like I was a kid and I would want things, she'd say stuff to me. You know, when you want a toy, she's like, Ty, you shouldn't ask for all these things, because you can't take them with you. You can't take them with you when you die. And I'm like, Grandma, I'm 6. Like, what? But how do I know it's true? What if I get to heaven, God's like, welcome to heaven, check your bags over there. And I'm like, wait a minute, bag? I thought we couldn't bring anything. God's like, you're gonna be here for eternity and you didn't bring any bags? It's so weird. Also, there's a $20 cover to get into heaven. We don't take debit. No debit here. Thank you guys, I'm Ty.